Na, sziasztok! Ismét egy kép. NBA 2K20. Te játszol. Azt mondja, az 5 az 70. 17. Vagy sikerül. Stíluspontok 11.480. Azt mondja, 49% kell mezőnyből dobni. A meccset úgy kell befejezni, hogy mezőnyből legalább 46% a pontok. És a szokás egy C pluszos.
The Elks are wearing the green today on this special presentation of the NBA on St. Patrick's Day. This is Kevin Harlan with my partner Steve Kerr and Clark Kellogg. Doris Burke is on the sideline. We'll see the Indiana Pacers defending home turf in the Eastern Conference. They just couldn't come out on top last time they took on the Nets. That one was played in the Meadowlands. That game left them at 1-2 in head-to-head meetings so far.
You might not know it by looking at the final score of that game, but they did not play that poorly.
No, you know, they really didn't. I mean, just a few calls that didn't go their way and a few shots that didn't drop made the difference, but that can be said about a lot of games.
Brought to you by State Farm. Let's now take a look at the Nets opening lineup. Humphreys is at the 4 with Brook Lopez in the middle. Farmar is out there with Vujicic, and it's George in at the small forward position. And for the Pacers, we've got Darren Williams, James Posey out there with Hill, then there's Horford, and it's Brown in at the 2-guard spot. And the Pacers start off with the ball. Here's Lopez. He had 10 points in the win against the Knicks of New York. Now Farmar. Lopez backs in. From 11 feet away, Darren Williams grabs the miss. And here are the Pacers now. Gotta keep rolling here following the win against Memphis.
And I gotta say, it was a very passive effort from the defense they were facing. It did not look like they were excited about playing that game, but they found a way to win.
To me, it just seemed like they didn't play hard enough. I mean, if I'm a coach on the other side, I wouldn't have been too happy about that.
Well, just the one make here early on, 1 for 5 shooting.
And let's get this update now from Doris Burke, who's across the way on the sideline.
Thank you, Kevin. I had a chance to catch up with Avery Johnson. He talked about what an even matchup this is and said he expected a very tightly contested game. When two teams are so alike, more often than not it comes down to the very last moments, or even a little bit of luck. We'll see if he's right, guys.
Thanks for that, Doris. Boy, any edge you can get, guys, in a matchup like this is huge.
Yeah, I agree. You're exactly right. You're all over it there. I mean, these teams are very much on the same plane. You know, I think it's going to be a chess match.
I agree, Clark. I would expect a close game. It should be a back-and-forth contest, and should be fun to watch. I would expect it to go down to the wire.
Here's Farmar. 20 points for him last game against New York. Pass to George. With the shot. Good. And Farmar gets the assist.
Farmar with a terrific pass there.
Here is Williams. Back to Brown. Puts it up. Backed in off the glass.
You know, that's a case there, Kevin, of him making a pass to a spot, and then he let his teammate run right into it. Well executed.
Farmar kicks to Lopez. Backing down is Hibbert. Fires from deep. It's rebounded by Indiana. 1:30 left here in the opening quarter. Left side, Williams. Kicks to Horford. He's against Hibbert. Straight up. Horford, no luck. The Nets with the lead. They are coming into this having notched a win against the Knicks in their last game.
Now, they created so many second chances for themselves in that game, and you combine that with the work on the defensive end, rebounding was just the difference.
Yeah, and I think rebounding was clearly a focus for them going into the game. I mean, they were able to do exactly what they wanted to in that area.
The story of rebound. Now a look at the league's best players on the boards. You look at Al Horford, 30 rebounding, and what a physical presence. Here's Rush. He dishes it to Williams. Posey with it. Stolen by George.
Oh, nice swipe there. You can see his eyes get wide open when he saw the opportunity to take the ball.
And now, brought to you by Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset our lineups. Setting the floor for the Nets. We've got Travis Outlaw. Vujacic is out there with Farmar. Then it's Paul George. And it's Hibbert in at center. And Williams backs in. Fires for three. Shot is off. And it's New Jersey the other way. Following this one, they get to host the Hornets. That game marks the first half of a quick two-game homestand. Hibbert kicks to Outlaw. Now Vujacic. He's got 5. A chance there to push it to double digits, but it's off the mark.
He hit a 3 in the first, but so far has been unable to capitalize here in this quarter.
There's the dish to Horford. Shoots from the elbow. The rebound by Outlaw.
Oh, they're now +5 in the rebound category, really controlling the glass.
And rebounding is one of those non-glamour stats. I mean, it takes work and effort and tenacity and physicality. But when you look at the scoreboard, you can see the correlation.
Here's Vujacic. Good. And Farmar gets the assist. Farmar's got his 3rd assist on the night. Pacers trail by 11. Outside Williams. He feeds it to Horford. And they get it. And the layup is good. Horford's got his 2nd basket of the night.
Carving them up inside there, Kevin. I mean, the defense has been vulnerable in there.
Yeah, that's 3 straight field goals in the paint area. That's really good offense.
Farmar passes to Outlaw. And that one's good. And the Nets lead by 11.
Look at that dime. On time and on target.
The feed to Rush. Tipped. Stolen by George. And there's the pass to Outlaw. Here's Vujacic. And again, New Jersey with the triple.
Boy, he's been so cool out there. Composed. Never rattled. I mean, a very steady contributor to the offense.
Here's Williams. Looking for his first bucket of the game. Here's Claxton. New Jersey with the rebound. Farmar's got 3 rebounds so far in the game. From the arc. And the Nets, another 3.
You know, guys, most coaches prefer you drive the lane in transition, but this time the floor opened up for him out on the 3-point line.
Williams dishes to Posey. Takes the 3. And once again off the mark by Indiana. New Jersey with the ball. They're on a 19-6 run. Nice shot by Vujacic. Vujacic has got 10 points in the quarter.
I think their only hope now, Clark, is to slow him down with a double team.
Well, they got to stop the bleeding, put the tourniquet on, and she's been tough to play straight up.
Horford backing in. Vujacic is tagged with the reach. That's foul number 2 for him.
Now we'll see what happens here. You got to be aware that's your 2nd foul. The question is, do you keep him on the floor or not?
Looking at who's out there now for the Pacers. Spates checked in for Horford. Josh McRoberts comes in for James Posey. And it's Hill in for Brandon Rush. The Nets also changing it up. Brook Lopez is checked in for Hibbert. Humphreys comes in for Travis Outlaw. And it's Ben Uzo in for Jordan Farmer. Here's Claxton. New Jersey with the rebound.
And that's the way it's been. A big margin for them in the rebounding category.
You know, sometimes you got to get down and dirty and do the dirty work. And in this one, they've done it, and it's paid off on the scoreboard in a big way.
Pacers trail by 19. Guys, this offense very effective.
Pulling right out. And this is where you just start picking apart the defense. And now you take their confidence away. You can really take control of this game.
All alone, and they call goaltending. They'll give him the bucket. There's 42 seconds left to play here in the second quarter. Nets leading by 17. Uzo kicks to Humphreys. Here's Uzo. Knocks it loose.
Boy, a lot of darkness there. No daylight to get that ball through.
Dishes it to Williams. New Jersey with the ball. Off the pick. And that one goes long.
That's a good shot. High percentage.
Can't complain about that one.
And through the first half, a pretty lopsided affair. Back in a moment from Indianapolis.
Happy St. Patty's Day, and thanks so much for... The Clippers at Staples Center took the win over the Rocket.
And welcome back as we continue our St. Patty's Day broadcast. Here's Teague, right now averaging 5 points a game. Claxton in at shooting guard. Jeff Oster out there with Maurice Spates. Then there's Teague, and it's Rush in at the small forward. So that's the group out there for Indiana. Shoots from 12, the offensive rebound, and Spates gets it to go.
You know, the hardest part of that play was getting to the rebound. After that, it was easy.
Here's Uzo.
They are bringing the intensity defensively.
And that's what full court man-to-man is all about. Intensity and focus.
It's such a tough call to make as a ref, but I think he got it right. The defender was not set.
Yeah, I thought he was leaning as well, Steve.
Here's Morrow, right now averaging 5 points a game. Here's Uzo. Fires from the wing. Here's Morrow. Connects after ricocheting all over the place. And the Nets lead by 18. Here's Teague. There's the pick. Now Rush. Teague, the pass to Foster. 6 to shoot. He's guarded by Hill. At the clock, winding down. Shot misses. And it's New Jersey the other way. And there's a minute 45 left in the third. And that one's good. Wright's got his first points of the night. Pacers trail by 20. Here's Foster. He's picked up by Hill. Jumps up, and there's the whistle. Fouled hard on the shot. He'll go to the line. Now that we have the chance to show you the teams at the top of the NBA in steals this year. Number 1, the Pacers.
You know, this year they've been the #1 team in terms of steals. They put an awful lot of pressure on the ball handler, and they also, as a team, do a good job of jamming the passing lanes. Textbook defense is what they play.
First one falls for him. Some changes for Indiana. Al Horford, he's checked in for Spates. Hill comes in for Brandon Rush. And it's Brown in for Jeff T. And a new group in for the Nets. Brooke Lopez is checked in for Wright. Humphreys comes in for Jordan Hill. Sasha Vujacic is checked in for Anthony Morrow. And it's Farmar in for Ben Uzo.
Big lead on the boards usually equals a big lead in the game. This team is on cruise control.
Well, the rebounding differential is double digits already, so this is a team that just looks bigger and tougher than the opponent. Love the finish there. Not much defense, though.
1:10 left to play in the third. Now Foster. He's against Humphreys. And a foul on the shot. He'll go to the strike for 2. That's on Jordan Farmar. Let's quickly take a look at the standings out east. The season nearly complete. Taking a look at New Jersey. Their season nearly over unless a form of miracle happened. And of course the Pacers. 2 spots down.
Looking at Indiana, they've tried to get their season turned around, and nothing has clicked so far.
Isn't it funny, Clark? I mean, sometimes the chemistry just doesn't work for a team. And even though the talent looks like it's there to have a good team, it just doesn't work. And for this club, that's exactly what's happened.
And a new group in for the Nets. Roy Hibbert's checked in for Lopez. Hill comes in for Chris Humphreys. Anthony Morrow's checked in for Sasha Vujacic. And it's Ben Uzo in for Jordan Farmar. And that's good as he hits both of his shots. Here's Uzo. 54 seconds left in the third. Back to Hibbert. Here's Morrow. Picked up by Brown. Backing down is Hibbert. Another one falls for New Jersey.
This defense is porous right now. I mean, way too many looks coming from inside the paint.
Now, it's 4 straight buckets now in the paint, and anybody in the NBA is going to make shots from there.
It counts. 8 points for him.
You know, if their plan was to keep going inside a ton, it sure has paid off. I mean, it seems like every bucket they get is in the lane.
Well, no reason to take an outside shot if you're scoring at will from inside the paint.
4 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Morrow kicks to Hibbert. Clock at 6. Puts it up. Can't get it to go. Good work defensively by Horford. And as we end the third quarter, a double-digit deficit will make it tough to come back. Nets out in front. Up.
The NBA regular.
Now let's check in with Doris Burke for our Sprite Spark of the game. Doris?
Hi, Kevin. It's the Nets picking up the Sprite Spark for the stretch they put together. Their lead continues to grow as the game progresses. They've shown absolutely no mercy and continue to find a way to add to their lead every trip down the floor, guys.
Terrific stuff, Doris. Thank you. That was quite a run ahead, Clark.
Yeah, I tell you what, Kevin, scoring bursts like that often tells the story, really. I mean, it's a no-brainer.
And that's been the case today. I mean, that's what you'd have to point to, I think, is the defining moment in this ballgame.
On the court for the Nets, getting the fourth quarter going. Anthony Morrow and Travis Outlaw on the wings. Roy Hibbert is out there with Hill, and it's Uzo in at the point. From past the arc. Rebound, New Jersey.
Well, they say control the glass, control the game. They're definitely controlling the glass.
Yeah, I agree with that. That's been the case here tonight. Big lead they're enjoying on the glass.
Hibbert kicks to Uzo. Posey covering. Unloads from 9. And that one's good, Uzo. And the Nets lead by 21.
Something has to change, guys. That's 10 straight points coming in the paint against this team.
Well, they got to collapse in there, and everybody's got to be conscious of it. It's a team effort in protecting the paint. Control the ball, and everybody's got to get in there and keep the defense locked down.
Valamelyik ütett az ember alapban.
Goes right up. The finger roll finish at the bucket.
Offensively, just hammering away in the paint.
And that's 10 straight points inside, too.
Pass to McRoberts.
And you know, guys, shoot-arounds have been a tradition in the NBA for a long time. But in recent years, a lot of teams have decided to eliminate shoot-arounds or make them later in the day based on scientific studies about proper sleeping habits.
Al Horford is checked in for Josh McRoberts. And a new group in for the Nets. Brooke Lopez is checked in for Hill. Humphreys comes in for Travis Outlaw. Sasha Vujacic is checked in for Anthony Moore. And it's Farmer in for Ben Uzo. And a new group in for the Nets. Brandon Wright's checked in for Lopez. Outlaw comes in for Chris Humphreys. Anthony Morrow's checked in for Sasha Vujacic. And it's Ben Uzo in for Jordan Farmer. Here's Brown. Shot clock at 6. Goes straight up. And the basket is good. The call goes his way. And we could be looking at a three-point play. You know, the other thing about eliminating morning shoot-arounds, the research said that having players on a later schedule is actually a good thing.
You know, Kevin, you think about it. I mean, normally you have your most energy in the middle of the day, but most games are played at night. So if you're on a later schedule, it's probably a way for players to have a little more energy at tip-off as long as they take advantage of being able to come in later.
Here's Uzo. It's stolen.
The turnover difference hasn't been in their favor, but you know what? It hasn't really slowed them down too much. I like the fact they're staying aggressive here.
Here's Brown. And the bank shot off the mark.
You know, with very little defense there, that's a shot he should be taking and making.
Uzo kicks to Morrow. Right with a screen on Hill. Morrow dishes to Outlaw. Just 5 on the clock. Off target with his 3. Pacers trail by 20. On the top of the key. That one goes. Count. Here's Uzo. Here's Morrow. Feeds it to Uzo.
Mindig azt sose sikerül eltalálni.
Here's Morrow.
Mikor kell ugrani.
Shoots over Brown. And the basket by Morrow. And the Nets lead by 20. Into Al Horford. Off target.
Csak ki tudtad hagyni, lett van egy szép asszisztén.
Here's Uzo.
Take pass.
You know, when you look at cable and video games, the internet now with smartphones as well, it's pretty amazing how much more accessible the game is to fans than it was back when I played in the days of hot pants. And this was pretty much wrapped up. And they know it. I mean, took care of business, chalk it up as a W, Steve.
And a new group in for the Nets. Brooke Lopez is checked in for Wright. Humphreys comes in for Travis Outlaw. Sasha Vujacic is checked in for Anthony Moore. And it's Farmer in for Ben Uzo. And there's a minute 45 left in the fourth quarter of this one. Great ball movement. From the stripe, Poked away. Going back to the all-digital distribution of the game, Steve, the NBA deserves credit for really staying on the cutting edge.
Yeah, for sure. And you can see games now in 3D. You can see it on your phones. You can see games on the internet. It's just amazing to think about the innovations in technology that have taken place in the last decade and how they have affected our game.
Hill kicks to Brown. From deep three-point range, from beyond the arc, and then some. Brown's got 6 points in the quarter.
I'm sure that's a load off his mind after not hitting a single three-pointer in the first half.
Now Farmer. Back to Hibbert. Soft touch off the glass. And the Nets lead by 21.
Well, they've looked good here tonight, and now they are coasting to the finish line.
Steve, just a matter of time right now.
He kicks it to Horford. Here's Claxton. Hits the front of the rim and out. 36 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Now Farmo. Claxton is whistled for reaching in. That'll be his second foul of the game.
Well, they're not going to get back into this game when they commit frustration fouls like that one.
How about exasperation fouls? I mean, that's what it looked like to me. It's an indication of the kind of game they've been having.
The Nets making a switch here. Jordan Hill, he's checked in for Lopez. Outlaw comes in for Chris Humphries. Anthony Morrow's checked in for Sasha Vujicic. And it's Ben Uzo in for Jordan Farmer. Outlaw. Oh, missed it.
Tough miss. I mean, not much defense. He had a really good look at the hoop.
The best counts and one. He'll go to the line with a chance to make it a three-point play. Nice job at the line, and that one falls to pick up the and one. Here's Morrow. And so it's New Jersey easily grabbing this one. You know, Clark, every team has a bad night, and these guys might want to watch the tape of this game the next time they have a bad night to remind themselves how dominant they can be.
Well, this is one of those dream-like games for a coach.
And that'll wrap it up for Clark Kellogg, Steve Kerr, and Doris Burke. This is Kevin Harlan, and thanks for tuning in.
Csak úgy 500 pont azon extra minősítve. Nagyobb százalék, nagyon százalék.
What are your feelings about personal accolades? Does it matter to you to do things like winning a scoring title or make an all-star game?
A hangulat, a személy, hogy tetszik a győzelmi pontszám, hogy az All-Star Game-ben. A vezetőn, a csapat.
It's a nice part of what you do, but it's usually the kind of thing you don't really appreciate while you're still playing. I'm sure I'll look back someday and think about all the things I accomplished. That's not the kind of thing I need for motivation or anything else, so I'm just thankful that I get a chance to play the game I love. And my only goal right now is to win games. I can think more about the other stuff someday when I've got nothing else to do, you feel me?
Tartózkodás. 16 percet engedtek játszani, 10 pont, 1 assziszt, 2 labdalopás. Egy 100-valány skillpontot levon bele. Most kétszer annyit engedett, mint máskor. Már tudod, hogy 6 vagy 8 perc. Játszok Mitchellként.
We have the Hawks as the road team for today's Eastern Conference matchup. Bringing you the NBA here on 2K Sports with Steve Kerr and Clark Kellogg. This is Kevin Harlan. Welcome, everyone. For the Atlanta Hawks earlier this season, they were the winning team in the last matchup against the Pacers. Looking for the third straight win against these guys this season. They've won them all so far.
There was a whole lot of contact being made down low, and it allowed them to get to the foul line early and often.
And it also served to put the defense at a disadvantage because they found themselves in major foul trouble and then had to be less aggressive down the stretch.
A look at Atlanta's opening lineup. Collison is out there with Johnson. Then it's Smith. Then it's Josh Powell. And it's Granger in at the 3 spot. And for the Pacers, round out there with Darren Williams. Then there's Horford. Then it's Hill. And it's Posey in at the 4.
Blokkolás nem erősségű.
And it's the Hawks.
Hatkettes, átment a vezetésünk.
Let's go quickly over to Doris Burke for an update.
Yes, Kevin, I briefly spoke with Larry Drew. It was their interior defense that he thought would be a key factor. He said, my guys have the length and the instincts to block more than their fair shots if the ball comes inside against us. It's got to be nice for your coach to have that kind of faith in you guys.
Great stuff, Doris. Thanks. That's a mantra. Clark, we're going to hear, I think, a lot from coaches. Defense first.
Yeah, you hear it all the time, Kevin, and that's the identity they want to have today, and I think it'll work for them as long as they execute it.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, it's one thing to say it, but you got to bring it. And I think this team has to show great energy and aggression early on if they're going to win this game.
Crawford. And he was fouled in the act of shooting. Chance here now for a 3-point play. The free throw drops for Crawford. Here is Williams. He had a tough time getting anything going against the Nets. He was a non-factor in that game. Deflected. It's stolen by Smith. And so here is Atlanta. Tough loss coming against Cleveland in their last game played.
I was very disappointed in their ball movement, their shot selection, their spacing. It seemed like they had no rhythm at the offensive end.
None at all, Steve, and in part because they did a poor job of spacing the floor. And when you don't space the floor, it's hard to get shooters open.
Now here's Spates. After Darren Collison's miss, shot clock at 6. And he was camped in the lane there, and he gets the 3-second call. Now let's step back and have a look at the top passing teams in the NBA this season. Number 1, the Pacers.
You know, if there's a stat that coaches really would be impressed by and proud of, it's assists, leading the league in assists. And this team is outstanding. Not only do they have excellent scores, but everybody is willing to make the extra pass and share the basketball.
And a change here for the Pacers. Foster's checked in. Here's the Hawks with the ball. Leading by 7. Crawford outside. Feeds it to Johnson. Collison up top. It's Crawford on the wing. Fires from deep. Gets it to go. Crawford's got 6 points.
They have wasted no time building this lead. They've been solid at both ends.
Yeah, they look really focused and ready, intense, together, composed. I mean, they've been hot out of the gate.
Here's Foster. Right up, and he converts the lead.
You know, they'll want to generate more of those shots in tight, guys.
The Hawks leading by 8. Now Collison. Williams picks him up. Collison with it. Still looking at on the scoreboard. And Crawford gets it to go on the assist by Collison.
Well, thanks to some good shooting, they're off to a nice lead here.
Well, they hit the ground running, Steve, from the tip-off, and they've yet to slow down.
There's a good screen. Williams dishes to Posey. There's the triple. And it's Brown missing. Atlanta with the ball. Now here's Collison, averaging 10 points per contest. 18 feet away, and it's James Posey with the rebound.
That's a tough one there because he's wide open. That's a shot he expects to make.
Back to Williams. No key possession. Let's quickly take a look at the standings out east. The season nearly complete. You look at the Hawks. Right now they're locked into third place in the conference, looking to get on highest seed for the playoffs. And of course the Indiana Pacers. He's coming off a 10-point game against New Jersey. Here's Hill. Sinks that one from the post.
Yeah, defensively, you want to keep the ball as far away from the hoop as possible.
Yeah, because he's too good inside, Steve. I mean, he'll make you pay every time in there.
Claxton in a two-guard. Horford is out there with Hill. Then there's Darren Williams. And it's Rush in at the small forward position. So that's the group out there for Indiana.
They've really flipped things around offensively.
Well, anytime you can make more than half your shots, Clark, you take that any day of the week.
Open shot, Horford. And again, it's Indiana converted.
Now, he will eat you alive unless you play him tougher defensively.
Open look. They get the rebound with the second effort. And so he draws the foul on the shot, a trip to the line to shoot two.
Csak a csapattársunk szabályként.
At the line for the Hawks, Darren Collison taking two shots. That free throw good from Collison.
And you know, guys, it's so important for a team to find rookie-scale contract guys for your roster because on the veteran team, the older guys are going to make a lot of money. If you can find a young guy to contribute, it can really balance out your salary cap.
And that rookie salary structure, you're talking about a great success for the NBA. You don't see the holdouts that you saw in the NBA in the past.
And Kevin, not to mention the fact that it also, I think, keeps younger players hungrier. It allows them to realize that they have arrived, but they aren't going to stay if they don't get better and produce. So some guys, if they make big money before they've really proven themselves, it can make them complacent. And they can sometimes suffer from the fat and happy syndrome, or the couch and video game syndrome, I call it.
Crawford's shot is good.
You cannot back that far off of a guy. I don't care who he is. These guys are pros. They all can shoot. D up.
Horford with the screen on Collison. Here's Rush. Good from 11 feet out.
Still trailing, but their offense is off life support here in the second quarter. It's got a pulse.
Yeah, they're making some shots now, Clark, finally starting to make up some ground.
And here's Heinrich. Ring shot on the way. Crawford, no luck.
I tell you what, despite the miss, he shouldn't hesitate to take those kinds of looks when he gets them. That's a good shot.
Hill passes to Horford. And stolen by Granger.
A lot of hands down there on the block. That's a tough position to be in offensively.
Here's Collison. Williams knocks it away. Pacers trail by 16. Puts it up. And the rebound goes to Danny Granger. Atlanta with the ball. The Wizards on the road to face them after this game. That'll be the first of two straight at home. Crawford kicks to Collison. The feed to Granger. Backing down. The jump hook. That's good. Granger's got 15 points.
He's looking to have a big game. He did a solid job in the first, but is building on that now here in the second.
Rush from outside. Hits the bucket. Rush has got his second basket of the game.
He is extremely comfortable behind that three-point line. I mean, especially when you give him that kind of room to operate.
Crawford outside. Collison dishes to Crawford. The shot's good. Collison making the play. Collison's got 6 assists here tonight. A challenging stretch here for Indiana. Trailing by 17. Coming off that loss against the Nets.
Yeah, they were very soft defensively in that game, guys. I just didn't think they brought the energy and the effort it takes to win in an NBA game.
Well, no critical stops when they needed them. The effort was very pedestrian at best. So you combine those factors and you can't get it done in terms of winning the game.
27 seconds left now here in the second. The Hawks leading by 15. Crawford outside. Crawford right side. And lots of contact here. Missing the shot. He'll shoot 2. That one is on Rush. And a brief look now at who's leading the league in the rebound department. You look at Al Horford. He does a great job inside. One of the top rebounders in the league.
Now, you can't win games without rebounding the basketball. That's what's made him such an important piece of the puzzle.
And that one misses.
He broke.
And that concludes the first half.
What a great game for Granger in this one.
Thanks for joining us this Tuesday night for the HP Halftime Report. The Wizards over at Verizon.
Well, it's been a one-sided affair so far through the first 2 quarters, but there's plenty of time to mount a comeback. Here is Heinrich, looking for his first bucket of the game. Takes it up, and Crawford with the basket on the assist by Heinrich.
Boy, that was a nice little finger roll to finish the play. Splendid finish.
So with Johnson sitting on the bench, here's the group that Larry True has on the floor. They've got Hilton Armstrong. Heinrich is out there with Crawford. And it's Marvin Williams. And it's Wilkins in at the 3. It's 2-on-1. Ball going up court. Puts it up. And that one's good. Wilkins has got his first 2 points of the night. Here's Teague. Right now averaging 5 points a game. Stolen by Wilkins.
And I like the aggressiveness defensively, forcing that mistake.
Just a sensational play. Here's our Sprite Slam Cam.
They had a clear path to the hoop the whole way.
Yeah, it doesn't get much easier than that, Steve.
Pacers trail by 18. Now Teague. Dishes to Spates. Shoots from the baseline, and the jumper is good. Spates has got 4 points now on the court.
Now, he took advantage of that mismatch size-wise, went right up with it.
Yeah, he loves those mid-range jumpers.
Crawford, no luck. And here are the Pacers now. It's a 16-point game. Guarded by Heinrich. Stevenson. And 2 free throws coming up as he misses that one. Drawing the whistle and a lot of contact here.
Yeah, don't give up anything for free. I like that. Send him to the line.
Yeah, they don't want to sit back and watch you lay it in. I mean, make them earn it. Make them earn it. Don't give up anything easy.
And he knocks down the first one. Some changes for Indiana. Al Wolford is checked in for Spates. Posey comes in for Josh McRoberts, and it's Hill in for Jeff T. Atlanta also making some changes. Josh Powell is checked in for Hilton Armstrong. Smith comes in for Marvin Williams, and it's Granger in for Damian Wilkins. Both shots good from the strike. Here's Heinrich. Still looking to get on the scoreboard. Crawford outside. Posey covering. Tries again, and Smith puts it in. And the Hawks lead by 16.
You know, he's the one guy you have to absolutely be aware of and box out.
Hill left side. And there's Horford. That's good on the assist by Hill. Hill's got his third assist on the night. The Hawks leading by 14. There's the steal.
The reaction was so quick. Incredible defense. As soon as they made that steal, it was off and running.
Yep, and they acted on it, partner. That's an easy 2 points off the pilfer.
Heinrich passes to Smith. Granger drops in the tray. Granger's got 10 points now just in this quarter.
I think he set in the tone for the entire team in this quarter. Tremendous stuff. Good action.
Here's Horford. Uses the glass to finish the layup. Horford's got 9.
Running it right down their throats. 3 straight buckets in transition.
Yeah, they're paying the price for their laziness right now, Clark. It's time to start competing.
8-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. Here's Powell. He's guarded by Hill. The shot by Powell, no good. To the paint. Horford fires. Had the space there, but it's offline. And here at the end of the third quarter, it's a double-digit ball game. An exceptional performance from Danny Granger.
That's one thing to get to the rim, and it's another to...
As the fourth quarter gets rolling here, let's check out our Sprite Spark of the Game, presented by Sprite. Hey, Doris.
Hey, Kev, today's spark of the game, Jamal Crawford. He's turned in a wonderful performance off the bench, and you have to wonder if their lead would be this big without his great play in this one, guys.
Wonderful stuff, Doris. Thank you. What a game it's been for him up to this point, Clark.
Kevin, he has been absolutely outstanding. I mean, we may not have been expecting him to play this kind of role, but he certainly has put his impact on this game.
Yeah, he sure has, Clark. A huge factor off the bench.
All fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset the lineups courtesy of Gatorade for the fourth quarter. And so in the game for the Pacers. Claxton, he's in at point guard. James Posey out there with Horford. Then it's Brown, and it's Hill in at the 3, the small forward. 6 to shoot. So the whistle blows on the shot, and 2 free throws for the contact right there. That's his third person. Shooting for the win. That free throw good from Collison.
Nem tudok kiadni, mint látom. Feljöttünk sima célra. Nincs lesz semmi.
And so he makes both from the line. The dish to Brown, and it's blocked. The Hawks leading by 15. Johnson kicks to Collison. Six on the shot clock. From 11 feet away. That doesn't go either for Collison. And stolen by Granger.
You know, offensively, they're looking much sharper here in the second half. The turnovers and miscues are down, and I think they're getting quality shots as well.
And the shot is good from Johnson.
And across the board, his stats, just amazing.
Well, he's monogrammed this game in a big way.
Back to Horford. Whoops, anticipated the pass. Turnover.
He's been sloppy here offensively tonight, guys. That's 4 turnovers now.
Pacers trail by 17. Baseline try. Josh Smith pulls it in. Smith's got rebound number 8 here tonight in the game. Collison with it. Smith with a screen on Brown. Clock at 6. Here's Johnson. Another 3 for Atlanta.
Melyiket őrözöm, azt kérdezett, mert közben még megcserek, hogy melyiket kell őrizni.
He feeds it to Horford. Here's Claxton. And it's going to be 2 free throws. Drew contact on the shot. It's on Darren Collison.
Well, you wonder, will the NBA ever go the route of international sports and start putting sponsors' logos on the team jerseys? That would be an enormous step, but it would also be very lucrative for the teams.
And he makes the first. And you know, speaking of sponsorships on the players' jerseys, we've seen that in the WNBA and the D-League. Some people feel it's just a matter of time before we see it in the NBA.
Well, I'm not sure. I mean, there's a commercialization that takes place, particularly at the pro level, that we've come to accept and consider part of the territory. I still think you want to try to balance it and do it in good taste. I mean, you think of the classic freeze frame of Jordan dunking with the fast food logo center frame on his jersey. I mean, that might be pushing it a tad too far.
Now here's Crawford. He's tightly guarded. Claxton hits the reach-in call. That is his first foul of the game.
Szereljen, hát látom, hogy mindjárt lesz. Na, azt se látom, hogy melyiket kell fogni.
Here's Williams. And taken away by Brown.
Tell you what, they're struggling to protect the ball here.
Brown hits it in. Such a flashy play. Sprite Slam Cam. Watch it again. Here's Crawford.
Da, most kettőt is jelzem, és melyiket kell fogni.
Lots of room. No good. And Indiana will go the other way with that. Pass to Horford. Over Thomas. And there are the Pacers with another bucket.
There are 2 guys thinking alike. Perfect pass and perfect catch. Well done both ways.
Crawford kicks to Thomas. There's the pass to Williams. Now here's Crawford, guarded closely. Rush grabs the miss.
Oh, he had a great look at that, but really good defense contesting that shot.
Passes to Horford. Bunny shot. And again, it's Indiana converted.
Seems to be recovering after that rough first half.
Really starting to play well here.
Now here's Crawford. Kicks to Pachulia. He kicks it to Williams. Brown on him. Clock is at 3. Crawford outside. That one goes. Count.
And this one's pretty much wrapped up.
And they know it. I mean, took care of business. Chalk it up as a W, Steve.
Timeout call the Pacers. They're trailing by 15. 109 left in the fourth quarter. And let's get this update now from Doris Burke, who's across the way on the sideline.
Kevin, the head coach for the Pacers, had some instruction for his guys during that break. He was emphatic with his guys, saying, "We've worked far too hard tonight to give this game away now. We need to go out there and put all the energy we have into these last few moments."
Posey dishes to Brown. They're moving it around. Puts up a three. Posey, no luck. Guys, they have a really solid lead at this point.
You know, definitely that's the case. I mean, there hasn't been much resistance at all.
He muscles it in through the contact, and they call the foul. He's on his way to the free throw line. Kirk Heinrich, he's checked in for Atlanta.
Shooting for Atlanta, Joe Johnson. Shooting one.
2 pont, hát ez mind a 2 büntető, 2 assziszt meg egy. Valószínűleg még nem.
That's good from Johnson. 51 seconds left here in the fourth quarter. Here's Posey. And once again off the mark by Indiana.
And not really the guy you want taking that shot there.
You know, when the pass is in the air that long, he gives the defender plenty of time to get to it.
Horford the pass to Hill. He dishes it to Posey. Here's the three, and the shot is good.
You are really living dangerously if you let him roll free in three-point land. He's a dangerous marksman from out there.
2 seconds separating the shot clock and game clock. Johnson kicks to Armstrong. Feeds to Johnson. Thomas is screen on Brown. And stolen by Horford.
Great hands down low. Gets the takeaway.
Posey. No good. And so it's the Hawks taking care of business in this one. You know, Clark, every team has a bad night, and these guys might want to watch the tape of this game the next time they have a bad night to remind themselves how dominant they can be.
Well, this is one of those.
Hát a kettős feladott, az első feladott, elfonos skill pontos.
You guys got blown out, second game in a row. How does this team recover from this?
Az rövid kérdés volt. A fiúk most kértek, illetve a második játék. A csapat most ez edző fut. Szükségünk van-e, hogy játszunk. Ahol legyen a 2-es.
Man, well, it's not going to be easy. I take a great deal of the responsibility, too. I owe it to this team to do a better job out there. It doesn't even matter how I'm playing if everyone else isn't executing and giving us the best possible chance to win. I just got to take it to another level off the court and work with the guys to get us all playing better together so we can put this kind of play behind us once and for all, man.
Csapat tisztelt, a többi mindenki. Azt mondja, 15 percet játszottam, 2 pontot büntetőből, 7 assziszt, meg egy blokk. 70 és C minősítés. Nem sok kéje volt, hogy C pluszos, most meg tudjuk tovább tenni. Hát mindjárt lesz, hogy megmondom, hogy szimulálok 1-2 meccset. Az 49-et mezőnyből, egy turnover, labdalopás, meg C+.
It's the home of the Pacers as 2K Sports brings you today's action live from Indianapolis. For the Miami Heat, they are coming off a good outing against the Bucks in Milwaukee.
And the number of times they were able to get to the foul line, I thought was a big factor. It just seemed like they continued to go to the hole, and it paid off.
And their shooting percentage from the stripe was just as impressive as how many times they got there. I mean, it was a combination of quantity and quality from the line.
All right, presented by State Farm, let's take a look at the Miami starting five. Chalmers and Wade are the 1 and the 2. Chris Bosh and Udonis Haslem down low. And it's LeBron in at the small forward position. And for Indiana, Terry Williams out there with Brown. And it's Hill. Then there's Horford. And it's Posey in at the power forward. And the Pacers. Let's catch up with Doris from the sideline.
Yes, Kevin, I spoke briefly with Eric Spoelstra. He told me he thought the game would boil down to how well they run their offense, saying, I know we've got the firepower to put up a lot of points, but it's not going to happen automatically. We need to run our plays and try not to get too cute. Let's see how it plays out, Kevin.
And it's Wade slamming it down. Here's the angle on our Sprite Slam Cam.
That is just so sweet. I mean, power and skill combined to give us that reverse.
Where do moves like that come from?
Only from players like him, apparently.
Williams kicks to Spates. He's picked up by LeBron. To the inside. Wade with the block. Indiana on D. 8-point game. They're coming into this game off that recent loss to Atlanta.
And what really hurt them in that game was their defense. They were very, very lackadaisical at that end of the court.
Well, I would agree with that. I'd give you that. I mean, they didn't play with the kind of energy and emotion they needed, but I wonder about the defensive scheme. I mean, in general, the coaching staff did very little to adjust to what the other team was doing. Their defense just hasn't been able to slow them down.
And that's a big reason why they're trailing Clark. They haven't gotten many stops here.
And Rush kicks to Spates. Working on Ilgauskas. Right now averaging 5 points a game.
Already 4 turnovers, and we're not even halfway through the first quarter yet.
Yeah, very, very sloppy play. It's really holding them back, Clark.
Miller dishes to Wade. There's the dish to House. For 3. The Pacers pull it in. The Heat beat them last time when these two teams met down in South Florida.
Well, I remember that game, guys, and they committed so many silly fouls. They got into foul trouble early. Some of their starters had to go to the bench. They were sending their opponent to the free throw line. It went south in a hurry for them.
From downtown, gets the bucket.
Wow, hot start offensively.
Racing out to that quick lead, I mean, they're scoring and shooting with a lot of confidence.
An ugly loss for them previously, as Steve just talked about, Clark.
And that foul trouble played a major role, Kevin. The players in the lineups they had to use didn't really have a feel for each other because they weren't accustomed to playing together for that long a time.
Goes right up. And the basket by Wade. Wade's got 7 points in the game. Pacers trail by 11. And Williams backs in. Now here's Spates. Shot clock at 6. Good ball movement. For 3, Williams. Spates gets whistled for a loose ball foul. That is his first foul of the game. Some changes for Indiana. Al Horford, he's checked in for Foster. Posey comes in for Maurice Spates. And it's Hill in for Brandon Rush. Then for the Heat, Udonis Haslem, who's checked in for Ilgauskas. Wash comes in for Mike Miller. And it's Chalmers in for Eddie House. Here's Chalmers. He had 13 points in the win against Milwaukee. Wade outside. Wade left side. Clock at 6. Fires from 14. Hill pulls it in. Deflects the pass. Stolen by Bosch. Gets it off. And a double-digit lead on the scoreboard as we end the first quarter of play. Heat lead by 11.
I'll tell you.
Miami uğraşıyor.
Welcome back, everyone. A lopsided first quarter in the books already as we start the second quarter.
Ezen a térfele maradok, nem mondta vissza, nem minden. Habar
Claxton in at shooting guard. Josh McRoberts out there with Horford. Then
Nem
there's
ennyire
Teague,
átadottam,
and Stevenson in at the 3. That's the Pacers' foul. Here's Claxton. Goes up. And a dunk by Horford.
Simply tenacious play out of that young fella.
Yeah, excellent putback jam. You're right.
Well, that's what he prides himself on. Hard work under the glass.
And here's Bibby, averaging 6 points per contest. Miller, this one for 3. That's good. That's Bibby with the assist that time. And the Heat lead by 19. And Indiana has possession, trailing by 19. Picked by Horford. Teague the pass to Stevenson. Here's Miami now. 19-point game.
How about that? Nice and easy right there.
Yeah, he didn't even try to do it too much.
No, no fancy stuff. He'll just take his 2 points, go back and play some defense.
Here is McRoberts.
2 minutes. 2 on the clock.
Horford with it. Hits the close range jumper. Horford's got his second bucket.
That time he found a gap in the defense to turn that one into a very easy jump shot, a warm-up jumper, if you will.
Now Bibby. It's Miller on the way. Uncovered. And it comes up a bit short.
Now, normally that's a shot people make, but that's not really his bread and butter there.
Claxton cannot hit, and Miami will go the other way with the ball. Now, here is Bibby. Pass to Miller. Wide open. Al Horford with the rebound. Horford's got 6 rebounds in the game. To the paint. Up with it. Miami breaks the miss. 59 seconds left to play here in the second quarter. Jones from outside. No luck. Pacers trail by 19. Some firepower, Clark and Steve, from this offense.
Yeah, Kevin, how about the air confidence? I mean, they really look like they believe in what they're doing.
Yeah, a little swagger here from this team. They're in a nice groove.
Here's Pippen. Brown. Here's Teague. Covered by Miller. Shot off the screen. Stevenson can't hit.
He'll usually knock that shot down.
He sure will, but that's one he couldn't pass up.
Here's Miller. Miami no good on that time either. And here we go. No good. And through the first half, a pretty lopsided affair. Heat out front, up 19.
Thanks for tuning in to the HP Halftime. Out at Time Warner Cable Arena.
Now it's been a one-sided affair so far through the first 2 quarters, but there's plenty of time to mount a comeback. Here's LeBron. On the money. LeBron's now got 8 here in the quarter.
And guys, you just gotta love this offensive skill set. I mean, that's what he does and that's who he is.
So with Wade on the bench, this is who Eric Spoelstra has on the floor. They've got LeBron James. House is out there with Mike Bibby. Then it's Mike Miller, and it's Bosh in at the 5 spot.
Tough D on the inside.
Put up a roadblock, construction barrel right there. That's what he brings defensively.
James hits the jumper. LeBron's now got 17 now.
Fantastic assist, tremendous. I mean, you gotta love that kind of passing. Beautiful.
Now Rush. Foster down low. He's up against Bosh. Foster, that's good.
And they are just lighting him up from mid-range area.
You know, sometimes we forget about the value of the mid-range or in-between game. This team has made 8 of their last 10 with that shot, the in-between shot.
Backing down is LeBron. LeBron right side. Open jump shot off the mark. So it's Indiana now. Down low. Puts it up. So the whistle blows on the shot and 2 free throws for the contact right there. It's on Chris Bosh.
Shooting for Indiana. Jeff Foster. 2 shots.
That's good from Foster. Some changes for Indiana. Al Horford is checked in for Space. And James Posey subbed in for Brandon Rush. That one misses. Miami controlling the game. That'll be the 3rd game of this 3-game road trip. Jones kicks to Wade. Right up. Makes it off the glass. Wade's got 10.
And we're now starting to see them get some high percentage shots in the paint.
Yeah, that's 5 of their last 6 buckets inside the lane, so they're getting really high percentage looks down there.
Wade gets a hand on it, and they're able to recover. 5 on the clock. The second chance effort, and once again off the mark by Indiana.
And you can sense the frustration.
Oh, we got a sec. Let's check out this right slam cam.
Well, he's got enough hang time there to put a little something extra on that one. 2 scoops of ice cream after that.
Well, that's a play that's going to be remembered from this game, that's for sure.
I think that was more like a banana split, Clark.
Here's Horford. And once again off the mark by Indiana.
And that's the way it's been. A big margin for them in the rebounding category.
You know, sometimes you got to get down and dirty and do the dirty work. And in this one, they've done it, and it's paid off on the scoreboard in a big way.
Ilgauskas dishes to Wade. There's a screen. And it looks like the illegal kick was set. Yep, that's right. That'll get their attention.
Well,
That's his first personal foul.
And so Miami takes this one by a big margin. And this one...
As I'm sure you've already noticed, Coach isn't sitting next to you here tonight. We just got word from Brass that he's been fired for the team's recent performance. Having just found this out, how do you react to something like that?
Jegyezik az edző következő este. Csak a szavak...
Fáj egy kirúgás a csapatból. Something is happen. Az edző a legjobb. Szükségünk van, hogy kicsit felrázzuk magunkat. Hát nem tetszik, hogy most nyertek.
I'll tell you, I'm tired of losing, man. The guys upstairs needed to shake things up to right this ship. I don't know how the guys will respond to this, but I'm happy to see a change take place.
És most beletaláltunk. Na, szerintem 10 percet játszottam egy asszisztot. Azt is 68, megcsekte 82, hogy is van. Szerintem play-nál. Ez az szerintem a szimuláció. Vagy nem. Ha valamink. Az a Chicago Bulls assziszt kell a csapatnak, 49% mezőnyből, hogy tartani kell. C+.
It's NBA action on 2K Sports. Hi everyone, this is Kevin Hall alongside Clark Kellogg and Steve Curry. And our good friend Doris Berg will join us from the sidelines. Thanks for tuning in. For the Pacers right now, they're focused on getting off to a good start to the road trip here. State Farm presents the starting five. A look at who we've got on the floor to begin things for the Indiana Pacers. James Posey out there with Horford. Then it's Brown. Then there's Darren Williams. And it's Hill in at the small forward position. And for the Bulls, Rose and Dang on the floor. Carlos Boozer out there with Taj Gibson. And it's Brewer in at shooting guard. And it's good. Here is Watson, right now averaging 7 points a game. Williams against Rose, and stolen by Horford.
Well, he's showing off his defensive instincts by making plays just like that.
Let's find out what Doris Burke has for us.
Earlier I spoke with Frank Vogel. He believes this game hinges on how well they can fare against the defense they're up against. A defense that coach believes to be one of the best in the league. He said, quote, "We know they are a strong unit on that end, but we still have to take it to them. We need to dictate what happens on our possessions. They want to be assertive, Kevin."
Thanks for getting back with us on that report, Doris. Guys?
You know, it's really important not to be afraid of the defense over there. I mean, you can't be playing in a fearful fashion. You just got to pick your spots and execute.
Yeah, and be aggressive. You know, you're right, Clark. You can't be intimidated by the speed and strength of this defense. You got to have confidence and take your shots when they're there and attack the lanes when you got an opportunity.
Here's Rose. 23 points for him the last game against Toronto. Williams picks him up. Here's Bogans. And again, Chicago. No good. On offense, here are the Pacers. They're moving on after the tough loss they took at the hands of Miami.
Yeah, there weren't too many highlights for them in that one. All around, not a very good effort for that club.
Well, offensively and defensively, nothing really came together for them.
Now here's Rose, averaging 28 points a game. Jacks up a three. There's the bucket kick. Hogan's got himself going with the triple, his first basket of the game. Indiana leading. Last time they met was in Indiana.
Yeah, and remember that matchup. They got in serious foul trouble. It really took them out of their game. They lost their rhythm. They had to kind of change their rotation a little bit. They just never found their groove.
Goes up. It's hauled in by Watson.
And the defender, the rotation came over. Really seemed to bother him, and that threw that shot off.
Rose kicks to Watson.
Kettős
Rose.
talán kimeríted a paradit, nem kapni ball.
The kick out to Dang. This one for three. It's hauled in by Williams. Steve alluded to the problems they had keeping their starters on the floor when they last faced this team.
Yep, there were some unnecessary fouls here and there that added up. I mean, and it was something they really ended up regretting.
And it goes as the official calls the foul. Count it. He'll shoot one more at the free throw line. And some changes for Chicago. Carlos Boozer's checked in for Thomas.
Maurice Bates, shooting one.